Hola from the west side. It's me, DC the Purple Diva, and it is time for Not So Random Chat. So go grab your coffee, your tea, or whatever your libation is tonight, and let's start to talk about whatever we want to. I'll be right with you guys. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hola from the west side. It is me, DCV Purple Diva. Welcome to Not So Random Chat. Happy Wednesday and happy inauguration 2021. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I hope that you all have your coffee, your tea, or whatever your libation is, so we can just get into the conversation of today, because we're going to start out with the biggest thing that happened today, and that is the fact that history was made today. That's right. Now, today's history was the second step in that history. For those of you who do not know, back in the 70s, there was this chocolate Delta who was serving her country in Congress. And she decided to run for president. And she actually was nominated on the Democratic ticket because Shirley walked back in the 70s when they weren't even trying to think about us, much less any female being president. Kamala was able to run. And now she is Madam Vice President, one step from what her ultimate goal is, to be President of the United States. And I know that there are so many of her sorority sisters out there who are just having themselves a good old time right now. I know many of them are wearing their 20 pearls today. My sorority wears 22 pearls. They have 20. And people wearing their chucks, So I thought that was pretty cool. But what I really thought was the most cool thing today is that Miss Kamala Harris wore purple. I know it might have looked blue to most of you guys, but she actually had on purple today. And the reason that Kamala was wearing purple today was actually in honor of my soror, Shirley Chisholm. And the purple is a symbol of the African violet, which is the flower of Delta Sigma Theta. So y'all see me and my purple and being a Delta is not so off kilter, But I thought that was, I gave her kudos for that because I thought that was a very nice gesture on her part to do that. I was also very moved by the young poetess, who gave her spoken word today at the inauguration. She is from Los Angeles, so she's from Southern California. And her poem was powerful. It was powerful in the fact of what invoked her, inspired her to write that poem. She was in the middle of writing that poem when the insurrection happened at the Capitol. And seeing that insurrection, provoked the words out of her to have that powerful piece of spoken word art. And if you did not get a chance to hear that, trust me, it's all over YouTube by now. It's all over Facebook, and it's on Instagram. I will try to repost it in my Instagram feed. That's what I will do. Because I did share the link on Facebook, but a friend of mine, who is also a poet, one of my fellow poets, had posted it on her page. And so when she posted it on her page, I just grabbed it. Hey, Uppity. Today was a great day in history, sis. It was a great day in history. I saw my sorors representing on the Hill, because there are many deltas in Congress. And I know that all of the AKAs were very proud that their soror made it up there. But here's the most profound thing about Kamala Harris taking the oath of office as Madam Vice President is that never in the history of this country has anyone been in an office that high and went to an HBCU. As we all know, Mr. Obama did not go to an HBCU. He went to Harvard, and his wife went to Yale. And to be honest, most of our presidents went to Ivy League schools. So I think that it is a shout out to HBCUs. And I know she's not the only person who went to an HBCU who is in politics. But she's done a feat that none of the others have even attempted to do. She ran for president, and now she's vice president, And I'm just talking about today, because we will never forget that my soror, who Kamala gave kudos today by wearing her purple, was the first to be nominated on a major party ticket for president, and that would be Shirley Chisholm. And I thought it was very cool that Kamala gave her that kudos. But I think that what it really signifies is that she actually probably is more representative of our nation than any of her predecessors, obviously, including Mr. Obama as president, because Mr. Obama, his mother was an American. And I mean, she goes back to the Mayflower, okay? And his father was from Africa. But Kamala, both of her parents, neither of her parents were from the United States. They both were immigrants. Now, of course, they came here the right way, and did all the paperwork and everything. I don't think her father, I don't know if her father ever, I guess her father is, I think he still holds his Jamaican citizenship as well, though. But, she came from a family that was very, very high on education. And I did not even realize that there was this growing number of Blendians. That's what they call themselves. Blendians. And that would be Black and Indian. I did not know that that was a thing, but apparently it is. And they are looking at Ms. Harris, from that standpoint, which I think is probably the right standpoint to look at her. She's a Blendian. That's kind of a cool term. Blendian, which means Black and Indian. Indian from India. Because we all know that in the United States, they're considered Native Americans. Those are not Indians. I don't know why we know why they were called that. We know why. The same reason everybody else is called whatever they're called. One specific, continent, decided that they were going to name everybody else, or that they were going to decide what everybody else was, based on who they were. But I didn't realize that her husband was Jewish. So that's interesting, actually, because there's never been either a president or a vice president with a spouse that was of Jewish descent. I mean, we have had people who were of Jewish descent try to be president. Our friend, Mr. Bernie Sanders, but they think he's too radical. I wonder if Mrs. Biden, Dr. Biden, I wonder if Dr. Jill Biden is going to help and push forward the notion of a free education for college in the United States. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Even if we could fund the first 2 years of college so that everybody could get an associate degree at least and not have to pay for it. I just, there are other countries, and yeah, they're smaller than us, but they've got free higher education. I mean, me over here, I'm trying to figure out how I can put together a full plan of stuff for my son to do so that maybe he can we can find a college that he can go to eventually. But we got to get his reading up. Yeah, the loan forgiveness. Well, now, only thing they're doing right now is they have extended the period and told them to stop going after people for their student loans right now. That's where we are right now. But wouldn't that be nice? It would be so nice if they would do that. Because do you know, this is something that many people don't know. Okay? But if you don't pay your student loans off, your government student loans, you will not get your Social Security when you retire. Did you know that? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that they can keep your Social Security from you? So if all you have coming to you is Social Security and you don't have a 401k or any, other pension or whatever coming, and you got outstanding student loans, find a way to pay them off. Or pray for this loan forgiveness. Now, certain people can get their student loans forgiven. If you are a teacher, if you work for a nonprofit, those are two categories that will get your loan forgiven. I found out about the nonprofit one after I was no longer on the board of directors for a nonprofit. I was on a board of directors for a nonprofit for 8 years. I could have gotten mine forgiven and wouldn't have to pay them all off, but it is what it is. But that would be really, really good. I need to take my ass back to school. I am working on, I have put a MBA that I'm working on hold for like several years. I started working on it before I came on YouTube. And then I put it on hold. But I think that I'm going to have to get back into that. I don't need it for any job or anything. It's just like kind of one of those things. I just want it for myself. I just want to have the MBA, And I've taken 2 of my classes, and if I want to have a specialize, I have to take 9 classes. If I don't want to specialize, I only have to take 7, which means I only have to take 5 more. But it's not that easy. It is not that easy. 1 second, guys. I'm going to pause for just 1 second. I'm just going to mute for 1 second because I need to go say something to my son. 1 second, y'all. I'm back. My son just keeps calling his freaking father at all hours. Like, stop it. So anyway, but yeah, I am. Has anyone seen? Do you guys know that 45 did a whole bunch of pardons yesterday before he left? He pardoned Lil Wayne. He pardoned Kodak Black, among others, but he didn't forgive the Tiger guy. Thank God. Yeah, he's calling his death. It's difficult, y'all, when he does that, because I'm going to, one of my shows is going to be about the difficulties of having to co-parent an adult. And when you're not in a relationship with their parent, with their other parent anymore, and how, that can get twisted over here. Now, mind you, I have been divorced from his father for longer than I was married to him. Y'all hear me? I've been divorced from him longer than I was married to him. And we were married for 11 years. But I've been divorced from him for longer than that, because I've been divorced since I was 39 years old. So I've been divorced for almost 20 years. Now, I've obviously been in other relationships since then. And I've had opportunities to get married. But I chose not to get married until after my son was grown, because of the disability that he has. Not because I didn't want someone else to help me, but because I just felt that it was my responsibility and his dad's responsibility. Not because another man wasn't going to come in and help me out, but I wasn't struggling. Y'all know. Y'all know. Life was good. Life was really good, life was so good, that, I didn't need help, but I needed emotional support, caregiving. So, note to other caregivers: if you are caregiving and you do not have a partner, it is difficult. And you need to have a partner who is willing to help, even by just being supportive of your decisions. You know what I mean? But see, like in my situation, any partners that I've had, part of their role has always been to show my son what a man is. Show him what a man is. Because me as his mama, I can never show my son what a man is. I can only try to show him how he should treat a woman. I can only do that. I cannot be a example of a man for him. I am not his father. And I'm not, how some of these women are out here say I'm the mama and the daddy? No. I'm not the mama and the daddy. I'm just the mama. And my son's a grown man now. He's 25, but he still needs someone to show him how to be a man. How to survive as a black man. I can't do that. I can't do that. Not at all. I wish I could. But I am thankful, that, I have always made sure that he was able to see his father. Even though we were apart, I did not impede on that relationship with them. And women who impede on the relationship between their kids need to not do that. Hey, present day dreams. What is she saying? Let's see. I'm good. Oh, you can't. You have to be careful about saying that. They won't let you say that. They won't let you say that. Yeah, you can't ask people to subscribe to you. But people can definitely visit your channel. I will definitely visit your house. I will definitely visit your house. Yeah, but we can't. Yeah, they don't let you do that anymore. YouTube won't let people do that. I know it's hard, but I will definitely visit your house. I'll visit your house as soon as my stream is over. Thank you for coming. I will definitely look you up. I have you right in my chat, and I'll be able to find you. A lot of people have hope for women right now because of the fact that we do have a woman vice president. And I think the fact that the first woman vice president is a woman who is of mixed heritage, I do think that that's perfect. Yeah, they keep calling her black because, here's the thing. She is half black. She's blendian. I like that term. She's blendian. Blendian. Black and Indian. There is a blendian project out there, by the way. Because they're now using her to, hey, Joe. I will definitely be checking you out. And if you just subscribed, if you just became a subscriber, I generally will subscribe to you within 24 hours. Just give me till after I get off live. And I will watch one of your videos, because for those of you might be listening to my videos, one of the things that you guys have to know, in order for you to be a legitimate subscription to people's channels, you must watch a video. Because my friend here is in my live, they are watching my video. That's what they're doing. So they don't have to do anything else. Now, of course, I want you to come watch all my videos that I do every day, but YouTube will not take them out of my subscriptions. Now, if they don't come and watch my videos for 6 months, then in 6 months, they're going to be gone. That's why a lot of us are starting to lose some of our subs. You're losing subs who have not been to your channel in the last 6 months. If they have not been your channel in the last 6 months, you will lose them. YouTube will just drop them off of you. I've lost like 20, over 20. No, I've lost like 50 subscribers in between when I became monetized and now, in a month's time. Hey, 1SP. Thank you for liking and sharing. 1SP, you always share me out. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I appreciate that support. You always share me out. Okay, I sure will. Give me 1 second. Let me grab it. Let me grab it and put it in there. And if anybody else would like to come up, feel free. Just be respectful. Y'all know the drill, because I rarely drop the link. All right, 1SP, it's in there. Let me turn down this music a little bit for y'all. But for those of you who were not here at the beginning, I did finally get my little intro up tonight. It starts out with a voiceover and a little thing with me telling you guys to go grab your coffee, your tea, or your favorite libation so we can just sit and chat about anything. It is. I will actually play it at the end of the live stream for those for you guys, so you guys can see it at the end of the live stream. I dropped in 1SP. Let me see what you guys are doing. I hope I dropped the right link. I think that was the link. Hope I didn't send you someplace else. No, I didn't. I'm just kidding. That was the link. So, but how many of you guys watched that special tonight that was like kind of across the country and everything? What y'all think about that? I thought that was actually pretty cool that they pulled in everyday people, you know, and you had a couple of folk like that nurse who has a beautiful voice, by the way, you know, but she says she's not going to leave nursing. She feels that she's doing what she was called to do, and her patients get the benefit of her singing. Okay, I dropped the link and you're not coming up. Okay. Did I drop it? Did I drop it? No, I dropped it. If anyone wants to come up, feel free. And feel free. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. If you want to talk about anything. But, you know, like I was saying, I really think that we should be watching what kind of executive orders and what kind of things come out of the White House in the next couple of days. He did do a lot of executive orders today. But I want to see some of the stuff that's going to be coming out. From what I'm understanding, you guys, our legislative branch believes that they can do the confirmation hearings for people for President Biden, as well as do the impeachment at the same time. And you know what? If y'all can do both at the same time, then do that. They are going to apparently proceed with the impeachment. That's supposed to be like one of the first orders of business this week. Interesting. It's going to be interesting with a 50-50 Senate as well. Because I think that Madam Vice President is going to be spending a lot of time in the Senate chambers, breaking ties. I think that's what she's going to be doing. I do. Oh, there's 1SP. Let me add you to the stream.
Hey there. How you guys doing?
Hey.
How you guys doing? Hey there.
I'm good.
Yeah. I've seen your video earlier today. Congratulating the Madam Vice President.
Yeah.
Yes, because she's a part of Divine Nine, just like you are, and you were so happy and stuff like that. I'm
a Delta.
I'm glad to see the video. I was glad to see that video earlier.
Yeah, I mean, because here's the thing. I know a lot of people think that there's a lot of competition within the Divine Nine, but I thought that it was pretty cool. And I also thought it was cool that although everyone thought what she had on was blue, that was actually a purple suit that she had on. And that suit that she was wearing was in honor of the late Shirley Chisholm. So she was giving honor to Shirley Chisholm, and I thought that was so cool. So I couldn't help but say, I mean, because she did that,
Yes,
absolutely.
she made her story, like
She
you
made
always
her
said.
story. That's right.
Yes,
Not
yes, yes,
history, her story.
yes. Yes. I comment on the video, and stuff like that.
I, I, I have
Um,
I haven't even
but
looked at my comments quite yet.
I enjoy that's
You're
yeah, I
okay. There you
enjoyed your enthusiasm on the video and stuff. I've been trying to like catch every video as soon as you post it.
Thank you. I'm trying to be upbeat. I try.
Yeah.
I know you guys. I came on camera. I'm. It's actually hot in here. Did you see? This is why
Oh,
I'm not usually on camera. Y'all see all of that around? See the halo around my head?
oh,
There's a
the
halo in
halo.
the background.
Oh, that's a halo. Oh, yes. We see
Well,
the halo.
the lights.
Oh,
The lights. They
oh,
make it look like there's a halo.
yeah. It's pretty nice, isn't it? In there. Yeah. But I had trouble coming on here because I was trying to silence the everything else that was open so that, it wouldn't be any difficulties. So
I hear you.
yeah,
So
that was on my end, but I silenced everything before I came on.
how's stuff going? How's stuff going for you north of the border?
Oh man, it's okay. It's okay. Same thing with the vaccines. Taking the elderly first and the first line. All of the first responders and all of that. Same thing, but more people are willing to take it. Than I guess in
Really?
America.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's like
I
a
mean,
big deal
here's
in
my
America.
thing. I want all the people who want to take the vaccine to be able to take it. I want them to
Mhm.
have enough for all of those people. But if I don't have to take it, I'm not taking it.
Well, from what I understood, that each person that get this vaccine has to
Mhm.
take it twice, within I think 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's like they have to do it within a certain amount of time in order for it to be the full
Effective.
coverage.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
but that's the only time you got to take it back to back. I think in those 2 weeks, and then after that, you should be fine until the next major wave come through.
I
So
don't take flu shots either, so
yeah.
and I
But,
and see here's the thing. I lost a couple of very close friends to this too.
hmm
One just recently. I mean, he died right after the first,
My condolences
you
to
know, but
you, your friends, and your family
yeah,
that have to endure this.
I'm inside most of the time.
You
So
know, a lot of people don't want to take this shot. And
if my
I
father,
keep
if my
saying that.
father takes the shot, I will consider it. But because my dad is saying he's not going to take it, then why am I going to take it? He's a
I
doctor.
keep
He's saying he's not going to take it.
I keep saying that I would take it if I had the opportunity or the chance to take it, but because in the military, everyone had to take shots. There was no way out
Oh
of
yeah, y'all have
not
to.
taking shots. And when I got out the military, I was taking shots because I was current on all my shots when I got out. And I've been current ever since. So, but the problem with this vaccine and other shots that I have been taking is that ever since I was in the military, the vaccines were separated by blood type. So in this vaccine, it's like one vaccine for all blood types, and it's I can see.
And that's how I feel about it because I happen to have a rare blood type. I'm not doing it. I'm good. Not
Yeah,
doing it.
Yeah, and
That's another thing, because and then they're also saying that certain blood types they think are more susceptible to it, and mine happens to be one of the ones that they're saying is more susceptible. So then why would I? Why? They're saying people who have no RH, I'm good. I'm not taking it then. you
yeah,
know,
I
because
had a.
my understand, and this is just maybe I'm misunderstanding it,
Mm-hmm,
but I think that it modifies your cell DNA.
mm-hmm.
I think it does.
Well, they say that there's a the reason why they had rapid trials is because they created an enzyme. There's an artificial enzyme. A lot of
That's
people say
what I'm
it's a
saying.
chip, it's a parasite, it's a artificial antibody, whatever you want to call it, a synthetic antibody, whatever you want to call it. But there is some kind of microorganism inside of the vaccine to simulate the coronavirus, so people won't necessarily get the coronavirus. Now, that's why the trials were, rapid. That's why the trials were so fast, because they simulated a virus. They didn't create the virus. They didn't recreate the virus. They simulated. So some people may not be, they may not have a cure for the virus just yet, because they didn't do it for every blood type. They didn't do it for every age bracket, every race. They didn't do it. They didn't do it like that. They did the people that would take the trials. They did it according to those. So you know what I honestly
It's a
believe
very
is
limited
that we
trial.
don't know.
Hey, J Dog, it's a limited trial. That's the other thing.
Yeah, what
It was a very limited trial. So, I mean,
we don't know who exactly is gonna cure until the people get the shots. We don't know for sure. We didn't do that many. We didn't do that many trials. It'll tell you the truth. We didn't give out that many tests until what? Until what, June?
true.
You know, so the world didn't even give out that many tests until June of 2020. So we don't know for sure if that virus is going to cure anyone.
No,
But
and the other thing is that now that it is, I mean, now that it is here, they're expecting. Obviously, the we have whatever's going on in the UK. That mutation in the UK is not the same mutation that is in the United States. We got our own mutation going on over here, but it's
yeah,
doing exactly the same thing as the mutation in the UK. It's spreading faster.
hmm
So that's the thing, is it's like with them putting this out, this particular virus has already mutated. So there's no, I mean, but I understand for people who have to who work in environments where they're going to have to constantly be putting themselves at risk, it makes sense for them to take the shot. I work from home.
um, you know what I've been emphasizing on my channel. You've been there before, but what I've been emphasizing a lot is that the homeless population have a lot of elderly people that do not have access to hand sanitizer or soap and water to wash their hands frequently, like we say, frequently.
Hmm.
They do not have access to extensive masks or face coverings, and stuff like that. We are overlooking an entire
Well, I
homeless
know that
population.
I know that depending on it depends on where you are in the country. I know that they have been trying to address it with the homeless here in LA County and Los Angeles County. However, you know, uh, it's hard because they're like, they scatter. So
And that's a problem that the nation have to fix.
yep, they
That's a
scatter.
problem. That's a problem that the nation have to fix. But it's spreading through, those are transits of, I don't want to call them transits, but they are carriers, so to speak,
Yeah,
for
there's a,
other people.
and that's the thing is that what I think is that a lot of people are asymptomatic, and if you're asymptomatic, then
That's another transit. That's
that
another transit.
and that but that I think is what a lot of it is, because there's a lot of people who are asymptomatic, because I know people who my one of my cousins,
Mhm.
her and her son both got it. Okay, they were doing everything right, they were isolating and everything, and they still ended up positive.
Yeah. Yeah, please, no names. No names. We don't need no
Oh no,
names on it.
I'm
No
not giving
names
names. I'm
dropping.
just saying
No
it's a,
name dropping.
they don't even live here, but I'm just saying, they posted this on their Facebook page, so I'm just giving the
Yeah,
information.
I'm glad that you put that out there for us to see that no matter how hard you tried to avoid it, it still can come.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
you
she was
not know
doing
about
everything. They were doing everything that they were supposed to be doing. However, and here's the thing is that they both tested positive for it.
it.
She has symptoms. Her son never got them.
Hmm.
Never got them. And they're still trying to figure. She's still trying to figure out how they got it. Who were they around? And I
Well,
told her, I'm like, you'll drive yourself crazy. It could have been anything.
yeah, because you're gonna be naming a lot of people, and some people don't even got anything to do with how you got it. So yeah, don't even worry about how you got it. Just focus on,
You just
being
isolate
healed from
now.
it.
But she was
Just
so,
focus on being healed from it.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, now the one mandate that 46 has made is that he's now saying that on federal property, people have to wear masks.
Well, that's they should have to wear masks on state property, on county property, and
He said,
and
yeah,
all
he
of
said
that.
federal. He specifically made it federal. So now that leaves the states and the counties in charge of what goes on where they are.
And that's a big problem because you got a
Yeah.
lot of state people that don't want to address law enforcement, that don't want to wear masks. So you got if law enforcement don't wear
Well,
masks, then that means everybody else don't have to wear masks.
some of these states are now worrying about their law enforcement who were part of the insurrection at the Capitol 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They're worried about that. I mean,
And I hope Florida governor, come to his senses and stop harboring, people in Florida that was a part of it. I hope he come to his senses.
well,
I know Gavin Newsom is throwing people out there. He don't care. He throw everybody under the bus. Gavin Newsom throw everybody under the bus now. He pretty
oh yeah,
he pretty cool.
he want him out of here. Yeah, I mean, there was some lady here in California that was a hair salon owner in Beverly Hills. She got arrested because they can see footage of her storming the Capitol.
Yeah,
Most of these people are being arrested because of stuff that they posted themselves, or that people within that group posted.
yeah. So yeah, and Gavin Newsom is throwing everybody under the bus. He don't care. But you got a lot of Republican governors that's like trying to harbor people for no reason when they should be like, hey, look, you gotta leave. You feel me? You gotta leave. You can't
Well,
you can't stay here.
it's a federal thing, so I think most of them are going to a lot of I'm seeing a lot of Republicans trying to distance themselves from the whole situation. You know, like like Mike Pence, because he's pissed. I mean, if this, he was put in
I'm
direct harm.
surprised.
He was put in direct
I
harm,
was,
which told him that 45 didn't get a damn about him. He didn't care about nobody that was in there. Everyone who was in succession to be president was in that Capitol building.
And they were really like threatening to kill Mike Pence. Like I can't believe that. I can't believe it. If anybody had, Trump back, it was Mike Pence. Like he backed him up even after the fact.
Trump said they're not friends anymore. He says that they're not friends anymore because Mike Pence wouldn't do what he couldn't constitutionally do, which is overturn the election. He couldn't do it. And so because he couldn't do that, the president, the former president now, thank you, I can say the former president, the former president got mad.
Well, like I said, the governor of Florida is harboring people in Florida, including the mastermind beholder insurrection. So,
wow.
So
that won't last
45 lives in Florida. 45.
Oh yeah, he moved.
Florida, so.
Well, but you did hear me when I said that they're about to start impeachment proceedings on him. But he needs to worry about. He don't need to be worrying about that impeachment. He needs to be worrying about charges being brought against him for that whole thing that happened. Even though people are trying to say, well, it wasn't his fault, but he lit the fire.
Okay. As far as it not being his fault, I could, my dad is a Trump supporter. And as far as, always have been. Since the 80s,
Gosh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But it's okay. I'm not. But he feels that, Trump, all he did was put a tweet out there like he always do. People don't usually take him seriously. And the one time that they did take him seriously, he got in trouble. And it's unfortunate,
Well, at least he didn't try to pardon himself. He pardoned
my dad.
Yeah, he didn't pardon. He didn't try to pardon himself yesterday.
He pardoned his kids, though.
No, he didn't pardon any. He didn't pardon any of his family. He pardoned Lil Wayne. He pardoned Kodak Black. He pardoned a bunch of rappers. He pardoned a bunch of rappers yesterday. Yes, he pardoned a bunch of rappers yesterday. I wonder if he pardoned T.I. too, because if he pardoned T.I., that means T.I. can vote again. Yeah. He pardoned Lil Wayne yesterday.
Well, I think a lot of people could restore their voting rights now, now that once they get clemency and all of that other stuff. So, a lot of them, even after they did whatever they did, they fell in whatever, they get clemency. Yeah, they could restore their voting
clemency, you get your right to vote back.
Yeah, so. But I'm glad that Kodak Black, he did Kodak Black. I mean,
that's what I said.
Kodak Black out of all people?
Lil Wayne, why? Why Lil Wayne? Why Lil Wayne? Oh, because Lil Wayne is one of his supporters. That's his homie.
I don't think Lil Wayne is, I don't know. He's like he said, he never experienced racism, and I guess he's right. He
grew up in the Desire Projects in New Orleans, okay?
And he said he never, ever experienced racism.
Liar, pants on fire. He grew up in the Desire Projects in New Orleans. My grandparents lived in them projects.
Lil Wayne say Black lives may matter, but he didn't say Black lives matter. He said may matter, but he did not experience racism. So he does not know what it feels like to be mistreated for his race. In fact, he been blessed his whole life. He got saved by a white cop.
A white cop saved him in his house in the Desire Projects. I can't with him.
Yeah, Lil
I know
Wayne.
where he,
Lil Wayne.
I know where he
Lil
grew up.
Wayne is like, he is like, I don't know. I don't know. He's rich.
I think he's been I think he's been taking too much lean.
Yeah, he's rich. He's at a point where he done erase his whole past of being treated wrong, and he been blessed his whole life. He's like, he
Okay.
has money to say, hey, look, I never was treated wrong ever. You know, I've been blessed my whole life.
He's crazy.
But let baby take some money from him. Let baby take some money from
I
him.
know.
Let baby take some money from him. He don't even want to rap anymore. Like, he don't want to rap anymore.
He on some silly stuff.
Let him get underpaid at least once.
We still
He
waiting
do
for
not
that
want
last
to rap
album.
anymore.
We still waiting for the last album. It's never come. When is it coming? Is it ever going to come?
What, Lil Wayne? No, I don't think that man gonna ever retire. He said he want to retire. He said he want to retire.
But yeah,
You know
albums.
you know he a professional interior decorator, right?
He's a what?
Yeah, professional interior decorator. No, seriously.
Who's letting him in?
He got a master's
in their house.
degree in interior decorating.
Dick Gregory.
He got a master's degree in interior decorating. Seriously.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah, Lil Wayne got a master's degree in interior decorating. Yeah. He's an interior decorator. Can you imagine him on a Martha Stewart show? Like, besides Snoop, and he know more about the designs than Martha Stewart? Can you imagine that?
Well, you know, I'm already. We've been giving Lil Wayne the side eye since you know that kiss back in the him and Birdman and the kiss, and I just can't with them. But Birdman supposedly is engaged to Toni Braxton for a million years. Yeah, for a million years they've been engaged.
Yeah, she's still making depressing music.
Well,
so I don't even know.
She's still making her music. That's the kind of music she makes.
Yeah. But it's all Babyface's fault. He's like, I want you to sell pain. I seen a little story.
She's good at selling pain.
I want you to sell pain. And that's what she been doing. Selling pain. They be like, that's my jam. Like Toni Braxton, all she doing is singing sad songs.
She in her 50s though. Or she is 50. Yeah, she's like around 50. She's over 50. So
she should be happy. She engaged to a million. Well, yeah, she probably.
I think with her, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what people expect from her. That's the kind of music they expect from her.
Oh yeah.
I guess
they got her some Grammys.
Yeah,
and pays the bills. She don't have to depend on them, man.
Dave's coming over. He's gonna come say hi.
Oh, he's coming. Oh, let him come. Let him come.
Yeah, he's coming over to say hi.
Look at Dave. Look at David. Oh my! Look at King David.
Say hi.
Oh, look at him. He looks so happy. He looks so happy. Oh man, King David looks so happy. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, man. I can't believe that they're doing that. That they're gonna actually get Trump for all the tax evasion. And
that's why he's so sad. That's the reason why he's so sad. The only thing that kept him exempt from anything, like the lawsuits, all of that, was because he was president. You could not sue the president. He's no longer president. He's no longer exempt.
But why they can't sue? Why I don't get it.
Because they can't sue him while he was president. They can't sue him while he was president. They had to wait until he was no longer president to, and see, he thought he was going to be in office for 8 years. I hear, and this is just rumors, that his money's not as long as people think it is.
Yeah. I mean, this man have been through 2 divorces already. I mean, and then signed no prenups until this one. Like, he finally got a prenup with this
So,
one.
so she has a prenup, but all the other ones didn't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Stupid
That's why
him.
she stood up.
Oh yeah, she ain't going nowhere. Plus her son is what,
Melania
12
stood
or
up.
13 years old. But I personally think she's probably happy that they're out of there. I don't think she ever wanted to be in the White House.
Yeah, I don't think she
I don't
ever
think
wanted to decorate a tree on TV. I don't
she
think she
down,
a Christmas person.
huh?
I don't think she a Christmas person. Melania, I
I
don't
don't
think she
think
a
she, yeah,
Christmas
I don't
person.
think she's into Christmas anything. But it's gonna be, and people are now suddenly people are worried about the fact that Joe Biden is Catholic. But I'm like, y'all weren't worried when Trump's wife was Catholic, because that woman is more in the and but and I was like, well, I said, just because he's Catholic doesn't mean he's gonna be listening to the Pope. What's wrong with y'all?
Well, he may be, that may be,
I don't think so.
you can't say he's not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Kennedy didn't do it.
Yeah, I think that he is spiritual, and I think that his relationship is with God versus with the church. You know what I mean? I think
Oh no, Kennedy didn't do it, so I guess you're probably right. But his dad did. Kennedy dad did it, so he was tight with the Pope.
Yeah, but I've never seen Biden has never been tight with the Pope. He's been in office all these years.
And never once.
And as a matter of fact, he has a closer relationship with some Jewish
Archbishop?
pastor, with the rabbi in his home state. Exactly.
That's because all his kids are Jewish. So like what's his name? Bo was Jewish. His widow Jewish, but then his widow wound up dating Hunter, and Hunter became Jewish after dating her. So it's a sad story. And both of his daughters Jewish. So I mean, I don't know. They just swapped on them. So I mean, maybe him and Jill guy changed religions. I don't know what the case.
I don't think they're going to go to Judaism. I mean, and besides, we have what our second man, whatever you call him.
He's Jewish too. Second gentleman. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the second gentleman. Too. Yeah, he's Jewish. He actually is Jewish. So we'll see. I mean, I to me, none of that. I don't think any of that is going to make any big differences, because I think that now that Mr. Biden is in the White House, I think that our relationship with Israel is going to go back to the way it was before Trump. I'm sorry to say, I think it is. And
well, I hope that he reverses his mass incarceration thing. He got finally he has the opportunity to erase what he done.
Yeah, to do all of those things. We'll see what he does.
He has the opportunity to erase what he done.
Yep, we're gonna see.
Let's see if he does that.
And so does Kamala
Harris. You know what? I would even volunteer to campaign for his second term. If he erased all of that mass incarceration junk and mandatory minimums that he did, I would even campaign for him.
We're gonna see how that works, because I'd like to see some of that stuff. Well, like here in California, I'll say the new district attorney in LA is trying to do some of that stuff and not have the stacking of charges and everything. But I think that it's going to be a hard push in the states because a lot of these district attorneys, they like having that power. They don't want that power to go back to the judges where it rightfully should be. You see what I'm saying? And I think that in him, I'm not saying that it can't be done. I'm saying that that's where the pushback is going to come from. It's going to come from the district attorneys, and that will be the public defenders too, because they all work in the same freaking office.
Oh yeah,
and that's how they work their deals.
The district attorney, the state attorney, public defenders, prosecutors, all of them work for the same cause to get people incarcerated. They all making money off of it.
Stack charges on. They stack charges, and then they don't allow people to serve the sentences concurrently. They make them serve for each one separately so that it keeps them in jail forever, so that we can keep them in that modern day plantation.
And another thing that they do that's messed up is that they'll give them a bogus plea bargain. They'll give them a bogus plea bargain that's way more time than what they would have had if they would have went to trial. I'm like, what is going on?
But that's what happened. That's what happened to that young man in Virginia, the young man with autism that I did that video on, Matthew Russian. That's what happened to him. They got him to plea, and the public defender told him if he took the plea, he would get out. He would be able to go home. But he ended up going to jail, and he was going to be in jail for 10 years. And if there hadn't been public pressure put on the governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, that young man would still be in jail right now. And he let him out, but he gave him a conditional pardon. And the conditional pardon is not really clemency. And
you have to get in no trouble ever again.
Exactly. He can't. He's still on probation for the next 10 years, and that's because he took the plea, even though they didn't take into consideration that he had autism. He had no advocates. They didn't do any of the stuff, but because he took that plea, they won't give him a full pardon.
Yeah, them conditional pardons is not any freedom at all, because
it's not.
You can't even get a warning of a speeding ticket. And you get a warning of a speeding ticket, you get locked up.
He can't. He will never drive. He can never have a driver's license anymore, because he was in a traffic accident, and the other person was hurt critically. That nobody died, but the other person was hurt critically, and so he'll never get a driver's license again.
I wonder, how is this justice for the family or the other person?
It's not justice for them, and it's not justice for him,
because this is supposed to be justice at least. This is supposed to be justice at least for the other person, but how's this justice for the other person?
And that's what I'm saying.
Autism can't. Oh my!
The people on the other side, they sit the wife that was in the car. She says she didn't think that what happened was right. She said, but she doesn't believe that. She thinks that he shouldn't have been driving, and he probably should not have been driving. What happened is that he apparently had a seizure behind the wheel and blacked out. That's how the automobile accident happened. But that didn't come out until after he was already in jail and had already taken a plea.
I'm already convicted.
And that's the reason. That's why he won't get his. That's why they won't give him a full pardon.
And that's messed up. That's messed up.
Yep.
That's messed up.
Oops. But I'm gonna get ready to get off of here because I didn't even realize I've been on here for what, almost an hour, 15 minutes, and I gotta go pick my dude up from work.
Oh yeah, go ahead and do that. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thanks for
so
coming
much.
up, 1SP. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome, sis.
Okay,
Good
I'll
night.
see you. All right, we'll close out. All right, you guys, thank y'all so much for being here. And thank you, 1SP, for coming on up and us having that great conversation. I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I will be back on Friday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah. I'll be back on Friday. But until then, I offer you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. And as I am leaving the building, I will let you guys see the intro because I know most of you guys were not here when it came on. I'll put it on as I'm walking out. Let me just grab it. Got to get to it. There it is. There we go. All right. I'll see you guys. Peace. Hola from the West Side. It's me, DC the Purple Diva, and it is time for Not So Random Chat. So go grab your coffee, your tea, or whatever your libation is tonight, and let's start to talk about whatever we want to. I'll be right with you guys.